This morning, I want to talk about the power of acceptance from the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 10. Job has had his health taken away, his family died, and his wife comes to him in verse 9 and says, "Job, why don't you curse God and die?" He was suffering so much. But Job looked at her and said, "You're talking like a foolish woman. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" You see, when trouble comes, we want to resist it. We want to fight it. We want to, in our mind, try to figure a way around it. And that causes suffering in and of itself, the mental anguish that we feel and the stress associated with it. But what Job did is what we all need to do when things happen that are beyond our control, that simply are. We need to believe that God has a plan, that He is at work, that He is sovereign over all powerful, and that nothing happens that is outside of His permitted will or His ordained will. And so we need to simply, on faith, accept it and believe in His goodness, that God will work it out. I'm out here today and you see that big frost behind me. It's our first frost, and it's 34 degrees out here right now. And folks, if I fight the cold weather mentally and not just accept it as it comes, I'll suffer all winter long. But if we just accept it, like for me in January, it's add another layer and just move on. Mentally, our suffering, much of it, doesn't need to be there when we simply understand, like Job did, the power of acceptance. Sometimes it takes a while to get there. Sometimes we need to grieve our losses. But folks, grieve with a purpose, to get to acceptance so that we might come into harmony with God's will for our future. And may the Lord Jesus be with your spirit.